So Aberdeen, but you've had a bit of a break after the weekend. Has that, got you sort of rested and fresh and strong, ready for this match?
We've actually really enjoyed a good training week, because we haven't had that recently. The amount of games that we had, but it was game, recover, next game. So we've had a really good week on the grass, with the players. Some needed a bit of rest, some needed topped up fitness. We could go through stuff tactically, technically as a squad. So I think we've had a really good week, in a sense from the training yesterday and today. The boys are in a very good place. There's a real kind of upbeat kind of atmosphere about the place, and I think everybody realises the focus required for getting into these last 5 games, the first one being Aberdeen. I feel it, I feel a really good feeling about the squad, and as I say, we've made use of that time that we had to get on the grass, to go through stuff, and we're very much looking forward to tomorrow night's game.
And how are you feeling about it? What's your expectation from this game, first home game again this season against Aberdeen?
Well, the thing about you mentioned home, we've been good at home this season. In particular, last 3 games now. That's us. We've won 2 and drawn 1, and albeit for losing an injury time goal against Kilmarnock, it should be in terms of performance levels. It should be 3 out of 3. So we're going into the game at home confident. But facing an Aberdeen team that I know that they've got good, very good individual players. I was at their game at the weekend, as you probably know, and I was impressed by the way that they played. But it's about me affecting my team and the players affecting the performance, and we will endeavour tomorrow night to do as much as we can to continue that home form and that level of performance that we're putting in.
You were at the game at the weekend. Were you surprised by their performance and the result?
I wasn't surprised by the performance, because they're a good side. They've been to a national final this year. That tells you that they're a good side. But no, I was impressed with the performance. I thought they put in a really credible performance, and I think it merited them getting to that stage at semi-final in the competition. So, but that's gone now for them. It's gone for us, and it's full prep getting into this game and making sure that hopefully the week I've had in the grass with the players and the preparation we're putting in against a good opponent, hopefully we'll see us coming out on the right side of the result.
The last time you played them at Pittodrie, it ended 1-1. That spelled the end for Barry Robson as manager. They're without a manager again. Is that something that can work to your advantage? Can you capitalise on that?
I don't listen. I can't affect anything to do with Aberdeen Football Club. All I can affect is Dundee Football Club, and in the role as manager, I can affect my team's preparation, selection for the game, and I'll fully focus myself on doing that, as will the players. So Dundee's got the full focus of myself and the players just now. We've got a big match tomorrow night, and we'll make sure our heads are on that.
But obviously, I'm without a manager. Is it a job you might be interested in?
Again, I can't say anything. There's speculation about everything, but my full focus is on what I can affect, and what I can affect is Dundee Football Club, and in particular tomorrow night's game against Aberdeen.
There's 6 points between the teams. It's an opportunity to move up into 6th spot in the league. Does that spur the team on? Yeah, listen, every game motivates you, but in the motivating factor at the moment for the players is that everything that's gone before now has gone before. But if I'd said to the players, and we had that meeting at the start of the season, we'd be sitting in this position with 5 games to go, that you would have taken that. So now that we're in that position, we need to make the best of that opportunity. And the first opportunity coming along is tomorrow night, where, as you said, if we manage to put in a performance, that warrants getting 3 points, it puts us in a healthy position in the league. But again, as a squad, as manager, we'll never get too far too far ahead of ourselves. Our objective is make sure we retain our status as an SPFL club, because we're the newly promoted team, and we'll be endeavouring to do that. And tomorrow night, a victory tomorrow night would go a long way to doing that. Is the target now at this point in the season top 6?
It's still the same target it was. It's, as a newly promoted club, it's important that you focus your main objective, and our main objective is to retain our SPFL status.
And any team news?
Yeah, we picked up a few wee knocks. Unfortunately, Josh Mulligan's got a hamstring injury, along with Jordan McGee. Trevor Carson's got a slight niggle in his knee, and the ones that we already had that we're getting back soon, but not yet, as Ryan Howley, Diego Pineda, and Zach Robinson. So we'll see how that goes.
Thank you.
Do you feel the stability that you have here at Dens Park is helping you throughout the season? There's not been chopping and changing. It's been stable since day one, since you came in.
Yeah, I think so, and I think that comes down to a lot to do with the recruitment that we made in the summer. I think we assembled a good squad that we knew, the rigours of a season ahead, and to make sure there's a couple of examples of injuries that we picked up there. There's been suspensions. The last game, I think Luke McCowan was suspended. He's now available for this one. But when you've got the squad that you've got, you feel as if, when one player goes out, it's an opportunity for another one. So that creates that stability. And alongside the stability that I've got of the squad, I've got a really healthy level of competition within that as well. So yeah, that does help you getting through a season.
And Aberdeen are coming to Dens in a perhaps not as stable position as Dundee are. Do you feel that that's something that you will encourage your players to play upon?
It's something, again, as I said earlier on, I can't affect that. All I can affect is my team's preparation, and all the preparation's been done. As I say, we've had a good training week on the grass over the last week, so we'll prepare for the game, whatever state of mind or whatever the opponents are in. That's something that we can't affect, but we can affect our level of performance. And all I'm looking for, as I've said throughout the season, I've had a really consistent level of performance, particularly at home. And I think if we replicate that and bring that to the game tomorrow night, we give ourselves a good chance of picking up points.
And the management team that are taking care of things at Aberdeen, they've been there before, so you'll have had the opportunity to have some sort of idea of what.
Yeah, Peter Lee, when he took over and had a really good, strong performance against Celtic. So, you know, Peter's a very capable coach. You know, I know Peter, I know Scott Anderson really well from my time up there. I know Craig Sampson. So, yeah, the guys will look to put their mark on it. Similar to a couple of weeks ago when we played Ross County and it was Don Cowie that was taking over. So, that's their business, you know, they can do what they do, but it's important that my full focus, my team's full focus is in things that we can affect, and that's tomorrow night's match.
You kind of spoke about the interim team coming in there. Does that make your preparation difficult, you know, when you've now got an interim team coming in, less of a kind of, you know, basis to look back on and how their team performed and, you know, the kind of selection you went with in terms of preparing, you know, to play them? No,
I think if you focus too much, you know, you can't take your eye off your own preparation, and I think if you focus too much, of course, you know, I was at the game on Saturday. I looked at the players on the pitch. I looked at the formation that they played and how they played, and I looked at strengths they have in their team. I also identified weaknesses they have in their team. But I think beyond that, you know, you need to then just focus on your own team. So that's very much what we're doing. And as I say, we've had a good opportunity and time to do that on the grass. So hopefully we can take all the stuff that we've done over the past week into the game and give ourselves the best chance of picking up points.
And obviously you mentioned Trevor Carson's with his niggle with his knee, and obviously that would be a big blow usually. But John McCracken's coming against Kilmarnock, you know, put himself well.
Yeah.
You know, you're pleased with his performance and giving you.
Yeah,
stability
I thought he had an excellent game against Kilmarnock. I thought he made a pivotal save, something that Trevor's been doing for us all season. So, you know, against Marley Watkins in that game to keep it at one each. But again, I go back to what I said about the squad and the question earlier on in terms of stability and healthy competition. That's what we've built. You know, I think the recruitment here has allowed us to be that. You know, so there's competition for goalkeeper, there's competition for strikers, for wide player, for centre halves, and I think you need that. You know, if you're going to have a successful season, I think you need that level of competition. And as I say, it's healthy because I've got a fantastic dressing room in there that they're all shoulder to the wheel every day, and they're all hard-working boys, conscientious, they're good teammates. So I think it's important that you get a blend of that. You know, you don't just get the competition. It's a healthy level of competition, and players know that if they're not in the squad, you know, or not in the starting lineup, they could be in the finishing lineup. But as I say to the players, sometimes it's not the starting team or the finishing team. It's be part of a winning team.
So yeah, a bit of a rest at the weekend, no match. Does that put the team in a good place in terms of being rested up, fresh legs as you go into this next match against Aberdeen?
Yeah, I think after the busy schedule we had, I think we had a lot of games last month, and to get this week off has been good for the team. Well, it's been good for me anyway, just to rest up and focus on Aberdeen coming up.
What are you expecting from Aberdeen? Perhaps a surprise win for them in the Cup at the weekend?
No, look, we know Aberdeen's a good team. They've got good players. Obviously, at the minute, the manager situation, nobody really knows what's going on, but we're not taking anything to do with that. We're just going on their team and just looking forward to the game.
Obviously, they are without a manager. Can you use that to your advantage?
I think not having a manager could also be a good thing or a bad thing for them, but as I said, we're just going into it with our own mindset and just try to take the game to them with our own game plan.
You're 6 points ahead of Aberdeen at the moment in the league, but a chance if you win against Aberdeen this week to move into 6. How much of an incentive is that? Yeah,
look, we just go game by game, and every game we kind of want to go in there and win. So if we go in against Aberdeen and take all 3 points, we'll be delighted with it.
Just how are the team feeling it ahead of that? Having had that rest and sort of ready to go.
Yeah, I think we had a good performance against Kilmarnock last game. Obviously, a disappointing result with them going down to 10 men and drawing, but the overall feeling in the dressing room was it was a good performance. But we need to just put that aside and focus on Aberdeen now, and we're fully focused.
And the last time you played them, it was 1-1 at Pittodrie. First match against them at Dens in the league this season. Yeah, one that you're hoping and expecting to win?
Yeah, look, we're going into it with a game plan to obviously win the game. I think the last game against Aberdeen up there, where I think we went 1-0 down, and then the second half we had a very good performance and had a chance at the end to nick it at the end, and we were disappointed with that, so yeah.
Thank you.
You'll be looking to continue March in the same sort of vein that February was for you. Goals, assists, all things good for you.
Yeah, look, I knew when I came here at the start it was always going to be tough, and then obviously I've had injury problems, and then when you do have those injury problems it's hard to get fully fit and into the team, but since kind of the winter break I think I've come into it and I've put those injury problems behind me, and now I'm fully fit and I'm full of confidence as well.
Do you feel with the competition for places it actually helps your game raise up a level?
Yeah, I think everybody in the team's the same. Like, we know if we put in a poor performance on the Saturday, there's somebody behind us going to go on the following week. So every game we need to play well to stay in the team, and the manager's got that in amongst us now. So yeah.
And the things within the squad have been good all season. One of the things that comes across when we speak to players is how good the changing room is. How is it for you coming in there as a fresh player this year? Yeah,
look, the change room's great. We have a lot of young players and we have a lot of kind of experienced heads as well. I think we've got a good mix in the change room. It's not, I would say it's a great place to be.
And wonderful working with a manager like Tony Dock with all these different ideas.
Yeah, look, the manager's put his process onto his early doors, and I think we've took it in our step, and week by week we've got better and better as the seasons went on.
And Scott, how have you found things this season? Obviously you've played in a kind of couple of different positions at times, but kind of, is it preference for you to kind of play out on that wide position? I think when I first came to the club I was always a winger and always had been a winger, and then now the manager's kind of bought into my game to play as a striker, and obviously it's took a bit of time to get used to playing there, but I think in the last few weeks adding goals to my game, my first thought now is a striker scoring goals, and that's what the manager's built in me.